Hey everyone, Leo from Triple H Coaching. I hope you're well and starting off your day positively. This week we've been talking a lot about emotional intelligence because of the study that came out that showed that those with emotional intelligence have lower stress or lower perceived stress and more happiness and life satisfaction. And who doesn't want that? So I wanted to share with you my tips and tricks around building emotional intelligence, but also what is emotional intelligence? It's such a buzzword. So yesterday we talked about the other side of emotional intelligence, which is not just your own emotions, but thinking about other people and how they feel and relating to them. I set you the curiosity challenge of trying to be curious about someone that maybe you're not too fond of. It's hard, believe me. And I think it's even more difficult when it's a situation where you're annoyed with someone or you feel wronged by someone. It's harder to try and empathise or try and be curious about them. So we did that yesterday, and since then I've been honoured to have featured on Paul McGregor's Speak Your Strength podcast. It's on iTunes, you can grab it there. It's over on his Facebook page as well. I was really touched to be on that, and Paul is someone I consider sort of a mentor and someone that I have a huge amount of respect for and admiration for, actually, particularly with the recent journey he's made in being quite open with talking about mental health issues, particularly amongst men, and I think he's doing great work there. So thumbs up, Paul, from me, and thank you for the opportunity to speak my strength and share my story, which of course was the topic of the first book that I launched last year and really helped me overcome my mental health crisis. So why am I talking about this, and what has this got to do with empathy? Well, of course, be curious about other people's stories and think about maybe the traumas that they're trying to deal with, and might be a interesting reason for why they're acting the way they are, whether they realise it or not. But there was he asked me a question around identity and advice I would give to someone who was trying to come to terms with their identity or trying to express their identity. And at the time it reminded me of a great phrase that RuPaul, Mama Ru, says frequently in songs, but also on the TV show. Big fan. And I think it's really important and for this emotional intelligence topic as well. So I wanted to share it in case you hadn't heard it. And the phrase is, "We're all born naked and the rest is drag." And it's so true. We all come into this world naked, and how we choose to dress, how we choose to express our identity is then our choice. It's all up to us. And a lot of the time, the difference really between things, more unusual, let's say, or society, what society views as unusual, like drag, and normal, is simply that. It's society's perception. So let's flip things on its head and imagine that drag was the normal. That everybody dressed in drag, and those that chose not to, chose to express their identity in a different way, were more unique, more in the minority. The world would be pretty much the same place. It's just how people dress that would be different. Now, many of us would argue that actually the world would be a better place if everyone dressed in drag, because they'd all be expressing their feelings in their own personality and be less worried about how they looked. Or would they? Maybe it would be worse. I don't know. But that's something that, as you're being curious about other people, try and bear that phrase in mind. That how people are choosing to express themselves, and whether that be gender identity, what they wear, what they say, their culture, all of it is on top of the fact that we're all human beings, that we all come into this world exactly the same as naked babies, and everything else builds on top of that. So when you're being curious about people, keep that in mind, and it will make it easier to be empathetic because they are just like you. Have a great day, everyone, and hopefully see some of you at our book launch for Life Satisfaction Scientist Guide on 5th of May here in Glasgow. If you can't make it, make sure that you've liked the page and are following our videos either on YouTube or here, and we'll upload some snapshots and sort of a little bit of a teaser as to what happened on the day. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll speak to you again soon. Take care.